coming days. And I hold more than 7 years of experience into onboarding. So I want each one of you to just intro yourself, basic things like your name, currently what you are working, and uh, that's it. One by one, I can call out Shiva Ram Prasad. Can you
Yeah.
go for
Good
it?
morning. Good morning, everyone. My name is Shiva. Uh, I have 8 years of experience in success factors. I've been working for one of the multinational company and the project Employee Central Onboarding 2.0 and recruiting. I have a couple of lack of. I have some kind of gaps with regards to onboarding and recruiting. So I just wanted to get the clarity on those. For that, I just enrolled myself into this course.
Got it. Thanks, Shiva.
Thank you.
Pranati.
Hi, I'm Pranati. I have a total 13 year of experience in HR generalist. Basically, I have completed the Success Factor EC module recently. So I'm just looking forward to additional modules so that I can apply for the job.
Good, good. Thanks, Pranati.
Thank you.
Raju, Raju K. You seems to be on mute. No problem. We'll move to Akshara.
Hi, Mohammed. This is Akshara.
Yeah,
So I have 8 years of experience in Success Factors Employee Central. I just wanted to learn one more module, onboarding, so I have joined this session.
yeah. Thanks, Akshara. Moving on to Sandy.
Hi, my name is Sandy. I did work on onboarding one uh, long ago, um, 1.0, and then I'm on the client side. Now I
Mm,
did some consulting. I have Employee Central, and I have experience in everything. So, but now I'm at the client side.
got
I'm looking forward to, pick up skills.
yeah, got
That's the
you.
intention. Thank you.
Great. I believe that everyone are much experience on the terms of onboarding side. So everyone knows uh, each and every person has to go with the onboarding process in order to join the organization. So uh, when you start learning onboarding, you will get more of real time knowledge also, how the onboarding process from a back end HR point of view will goes on. So let me quickly start and start sharing my screen and show you what topics that we will be covering during the onboarding training and all. So we'll have the total of 20 days plan for onboarding. We will cover all the topics with regards to onboarding, and also basic understanding on the EC side, and along with that onboarding, how does the onboarding works and the configuration does. So onboarding is nothing but more of an EC platform only. So most of them, I would say 60 would be uh, 40 60 kind of EC and onboarding. So since more of you know about EC, so you will be easily understanding what is onboarding process is. So on the day one, we will be covering overview of this success factor intro, on the SAP success factor onboarding, and the how does the configuration happens in terms of provisioning part for onboarding, and assigning the role-based permissions in success factor. So there are some standard permission roles that will be enabled during once we enable the onboarding process in provisioning. So we will be covering that during the onboarding process, and initiating new hire onboarding process with hire templates also. And there are basic how the manual initiation happens, how the flow happens from RCM to onboarding. So these all will be covered. And the data models, defining data models, how the data models be defining for onboarding. So there will be few things that will be available for EC, but they should not be available for onboarding candidate who is an external candidate. So we will be defining those data models. If required, there are any additional fields that needs to be created at a data succession data model, then we'll do that. So, and there are programs, task, which we say task, or in 1.0 we will say it as activities. So we will be covering that. And the activating process for compliance forms. So there are countries who has compliance forms like US, Canada, New Zealand. So these countries, Australia and all. So we will be going with each and every country compliance enablement and activating it, how does it looks, and basic configurations and all with regards to compliance forms. So if you are working of any of the country compliance countries, then it has to go through with this process. And moving to next, we have basic creating custom MDFs for additional data collection. There is a process called additional data collection with regards to EC. Not it, the data will not flow to AC, but it will be stored in part of a MDF. So that all data will be captured in additional data collection. So additionally, if something that needs to be captured and do not show in the employee profile will be captured at an ADC level. Now creating a templates, document templates, and using a e-signature. So the document templates will have the placeholders and all, and e-signature part, there are success factors embedded e-signature too. And also companies, some client use DocuSign for e-signature purpose. So the documentation process will goes. And using email services, how does email services will be, so what email should be triggered during the onboarding process when the uh, let's say candidate is about to welcome emails and all, kind of thing, email services. So if there are any activities that needs to be done and then an email needs to be triggered, so we will be configuring all the emails here in the email services. So it's all kind of a notification part in EC. Similar way, we have an email services for onboarding. For managing the rehire process, so how does the rehire process works? uh, uh, since you people are aware of the EC rehire process also, so the similar way the onboarding will have a rehire process which will trigger and which will have the matching profiles that will shown up. So it can go with a new employment or old employment kind of things that needs to be configured. We will be learning once we get into the training. So canceling onboarding processes and triggering no shows. So if the candidate came, the offer was released from the RCM, and onboarding was already initiated, and candidate didn't join, and he no longer wants to join. the organization. So we will be canceling those onboarding processes. Then that needs a minor configuration part, so which will be covered in the training. Customizing the onboarding process using process variants manager. So with this new releases and all, we have onboarding. We will be covering the process variants trainings. So it is nothing but process variant is nothing but it's just a flow. How does the candidate has to flow from one step to another step? So we will be defining here. So internal hire process is nothing but which we call it as cross-boarding in terms of onboarding during the onboarding process. So cross-boarding, if one if a candidate transfer from one country to another country of the within the organization, then it will go within cross-boarding process. We will be learning how does the cross-boarding works and what all configuration that is required during this training. And basic homepage on for onboarding, um, onboarding homepage, tile that needs to be shown or configured, basic configuration that we will be covering there. And there is this restart onboarding process. If something, there is an automatic restart and a manual restart that we will be covering over there. And more or less the offboarding process and terminating employees kind of thing. So which is if an employee going outside of the organization, he has to follow few of the terms and conditions, or follow the documentation process or of the during the termination time. So in order to cover the FNA and the few of the things, right? So those will be covered here during the onboarding process. So, and we will be doing a certification assistance on the how does the certifications needs to be done and all. We will be having a separate a, a session which will cover question and answers also separately. If you have anything internally that during the training time you might get a lot of questions, so which we will be covering, or also you if you have any additionally questions during testing time, which we will be covering here in this Q&A session. And any additional help also required in terms of um, movement from your current place to your onboarding. If you want to move into onboarding side, so we will be assisting on that too. So during the real time work also, we'll try, you can connect with Subbu, and we will try to assist you until and unless you are up and running with the onboarding processes. Okay, that's it for onboarding. So I hope you you got most of these things. If I'm if my pace is very speed, then just let me know, so we can if rate of speech is very high, then I can make it low or medium.
Thank you, Mohammed. Uh, do
Any
you
doubt?
cover 2024 November release content, right?
Yeah,
This
we
demo
will be
is fully released with the recent release.
exactly. So since with this release also there has been a lot of changes that we will be
Yes,
covering.
because an offboarding process, there is a
Process variant that has
process
been
variant
included.
came, and in regular process as well, there are certain tasks also added in between.
Yeah, we
So,
will
do
be
you cover?
covering the here. I haven't added on the task related, but most I just told creating a SAP
Yeah, yeah,
onboarding
that
program,
program is coming. Yeah,
which will covers your custom task, also the regular tasks, standard tasks that we will be having, and the custom task that needs to be configured all together. which required an MDF object, so which we will be covering here. And also during the email services, I just saying using email services, but we also be configuring the custom tokens and all. So we will be covering all the topics with regards to onboarding. So I have separately created this session for Q&A. So because you might come up with a lot of questions and custom things and all, so we will be covering here.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a very good question, Sivaram. Um, in addition to that, uh, sorry, I didn't get your name. Are you Mohammed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks. So, Mohammed, there are business rules, right, which were not there in 1.0, uh,
Mm.
and also there are still some screens or some transactions related to 1.0 which we continue with the 2.0. So,
Mm.
will you also cover that just to start
Yeah.
with, like, what exists, what's gone?
Yeah. So, Sandy, so we will be covering all the topics with differences from 1.0 to 2.0. I will initial stage we will be covering most of easy part, and I'll show the differences between. So we have on for onboarding 1.0 we have conditions, advanced conditions, right? Similar way we have a business rules here. So there we don't have RBP in 1.0, but we have a security, right? So similar way, I will cover most of the topics that are differences, creating differences in 1.0 and 2.0. So it's a
Perfect,
two different platforms. So we'll be covering that too.
fair
Not a
enough.
problem.
So, everything you will round it up in 20 days. Is that what you said?
Yeah, we will take
Perfect.
20 days to cover all the topics. It
So,
might extend to 1 or 2 days, but not more than that. But
absolutely fine, no issues at all, because
yeah,
you're touching everything, like compliance for US and Canada,
yeah,
signature, right? DocuSigns,
documents,
e-signatures,
templates.
all those things are quite change in this module. So every client, every customer is trying to sell this or getting to trying to
Mm.
adopt this, right? So only challenge is, it's 12 in the midnight for me, 12 a.m. So, will your classes be on a daily basis or will that be over weekends?
Yeah, on a daily basis, we will be covering this, but we'll try to figure out with suitable time with all of the people's timing,
Okay.
and we'll set one time which will suit for everyone.
Yeah,
Okay.
on a weekdays it will be little challenging, but I'm fine. Don't worry about me. If the group wants to go with this time, I'm okay too. I'll try to join only on Fridays or weekends. But thank
Yeah.
you.
Uh, in
Yes.
addition to that, with regards to the compliance,
Mm-hmm.
currently I'm working for US clients and I've been staying in US as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, with regards to I-9, re-verify and
We will.
e-verify and re-verification process, could you be able to touch the
Yeah,
process, or we only you give me that you give us like the demo, not demo, only the theory part you are going to discuss, or any process oriented you want to discuss with us?
we will be covering the business rules that we will be configuring. In terms of configuration part, we will be doing
Hmm.
that. But if you say so, the verification part during the portal and all, we will not be doing that. But in terms of configuration, I9 configurations and all, we will be touching all those things too.
That's again a very good question, Sivram. Um, yeah, even I'm struggling with that one. We do talk to SAP or other consulting partners, but no one is giving clear clarity on what it is. So even I'm interested in learning more about the compliance forms, re-verifications,
Yeah.
offboarding, crossboarding, everything.
Yeah, we'll cover during the training part. So if you have any questions with regards to this also, so just go taking you through this once again. So just cover. I have covered most of the topics here, but if you just go through with it, I'll give 2 minutes of time. I'll move to next then. So I have covered all the topics with regards to onboarding, and we will be going each and every line in detail with during the training time. Okay,
This helps. Thank you. You may proceed. This is really good.
right? These are some topics related to email services. Some are rehire related. So in detail, we will be. These are just an broader way kind of thing, but we'll go each and every line with an in depth. How do we configure? How do we test on that? And all things will be covered during the training part. This is restarting onboarding, offboarding. So we have offboarding. We have also custom task also that we will be configuring. So everything with this release we have a document flow also. So for document flow during the offboarding also you can have a document in place, so which we will be also try, so not try, we will try, will cover it everything over there, I would say. So
Yes,
each
yes.
and everything we'll try to cover, and I if I miss anything, we'll keep to Q&A session or some additional sessions that you required. Additionally, you people says if I need one more session, then we can afford that too. Not a problem.
Nice. And Mohammed, I missed your intro if you already introduced, but what's your experience? Like, are you specifically working with onboarding or
Yeah,
you work on everything?
yeah. I have worked on EC onboarding 1.0 and RCM.
Did you work for US clients?
Yeah, I worked for US clients, and also I have worked for a client which is 100 plus countries now. If you, if
Okay,
you,
so onboarding happens globally there.
yeah.
Okay, great.
So if you
Thanks.
ask me, so any of the countries related information, then I'll help you out. Don't worry on that.
Perfect. That's also needed because, I work for a global client, a global company.
Mhm.
We are not sure. We only always talk about US and Canada, but we don't know which other country
Yeah, mostly
where we
they,
have service properly installed, or where we have to go with a workaround, or where we don't have, because EC is in what, 99 countries if I remember it correctly. So beyond that, what happens? How do you deal with that? That experience is also needed.
yeah. So I, since I say when 100 plus countries, so I have covered all the countries related configuration part. Not a problem. Will uh, once you get started with the training part, then you will get to know a lot of things and all, and you will understand better. You can correlate with your current process and all. Okay.
Yes, that helps.
Any doubts other than that? In terms of training, don't worry. We'll cover each and everything. And if you are a real time working guy on the onboarding side and you face challenges, though I will assist you on that too, not a problem. But I can't sure we can fix that, but there are things, your system, I can't view or your system, right? But I can assist based on your response. I can assist on that, but the final fix that you have to do it in your system. So every configuration has a different things. So in terms of that, keeping in mind, we will have to fix those issues. If things not work, then have to go with an SAP, and SAP will fix that in terms of okay. Now we'll also.
One more question. Sorry to interrupt.
Mhm.
Do you cover BP errors?
Yeah, we'll do that too. Business
Excellent.
process style, we will be having a tile, so we will be covering that too. How does it need to be fixed, and how does, so well, how, when to restart and all, we'll do that. Anything from Akshara, Raju, Praniti, if you have any doubts. No?
Nothing now because it's a new process for me. So once I started learning, then only I have some questions.
Yeah, yeah. Got it, Praniti. So I not consider you people as an experienced guy, but I will try to cover as a fresher and will try to cover each and everything during the training time. That would be fine, I believe. Right?
Yes, 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 yes. Thank you so much.
Got you. Thank you. Anything else? Great. The silence, I'll take it up as no. Um, for further training part and assistance for confirmations and all, for registrations and all things, you just reach out to Subbu. He will he will take you with the all your doubts and all. Okay, I'll just close it up with this session. Thank you all. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye.